world. Look at that. Oh, good shit, man. Oh man. Actually, I wanted to try a few 1e3 games with you. Oh, okay. So do you want to play you want to play as white, I'm guessing? Is that what's going on, Neath P? In which case, here's your new code. This is for Neath P. We'll put it in the chat here as well. In the Elobot. Actually, you are white. Oh! You want me to play 1e3? I'm with you. Okay, we can do that. I don't have very much 1e3 practice, but I'm curious to see the refutations. Very large air quotes there. Instructive stream here. Yeah, there's a fun line if you play 1e3 followed by knight f3. All right. Let's play 1e3 followed by knight f3. Let's do this. All right. So the line is 1e3 knight f3. GLHF. Let's do this. I'm assuming this is rated, right? I mean, I'm even accepting the opening position here. Yeah, this is rated, right? Graven says, I wish I'd drawn black and you could have gone crazy when I played e6, f5. I know, I was hoping that e6, f5 was what I'd play against. Wait, you want to walk into a trap? If you want it to be sure. Hell yeah. I want to put Elo on the line here. I want to walk into a trap. I want to see what's going on. Might be the secret line. It is the secret line. It is the secret line. Actually, it's not my secret line, but it's a similar line. It's almost the secret line. Okay, this is good. Let's make sure. Hold on. Let's make sure that we're in a situation that we can take advantage of here, right? I think here might be best. Let's think about this. I think here is best, right? Hold on. Actually, well, yeah, actually, okay. So if the idea here, okay, what is it? Turn 3. Okay, so the idea is clearly because we didn't cover up the bishop sack to turn 0, right? This is what this is trying to take advantage of. This means that on turn 3, f5 has to be pushed, or on turn 4, f6 has to be pushed, right? So the thing is, if we threaten a travel of our own, this travel with the bishop to f2 on turn 0 happens on turn 6. Our travel from here, which can be prevented, it can be delayed here, right? But our travel from here is turn 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, right? 5, we travel from turn 5, which is a turn before the bishop travel happens. But I guess our opponent, maybe we do this, threatening the knight. Then we do this, blocking. Actually, I think this is good, because if he opens up this here, then we have this, right? Which puts him in danger and also prevents our opponent from... I think we probably do this, to be honest. I think we do this. I don't think we give a fuck. Yeah, this happens immediately. Now we just do this. Right? And then what does our opponent do? What, you take? Okay, that's cool. Then, now our opponent can't travel. It just doesn't work. But now he can take this the next turn. I guess that's the idea, right? But this whole situation is now totally covered. I guess the danger for our opponent here is that, because if we take this queen here, then this travel just happens, right? So this knight has to stay here for like a turn. Now, there's like a travels here, takes here situation that I guess we have to be careful about. Like goes here and then travels here. But we have, I think we can threaten a travel of our own, right? It seems ridiculous. Because if takes here, maybe I actually have to do this. This seems boring. This seems like not what we want to do. I gotta do the math here. Take the queen. This turn doesn't work because then they get the turn 0 sack on us, which is not what we want. But now this situation comes about, which we want to prevent, because here, like, this was just moved and then we did this, right? And we want to prevent the queen from going here and then traveling to here where our opponent has mate. Obviously, not very desirable outcome. But we do have a travel to this board ourselves. We do need to defend against this travel. It's just so lame. It's so lame that we're actually about to play this move. Oh, maybe there's a better move to play? Do we have a... We don't actually have a travel to this board, which is lame. Actually, we have a travel to... Oh, no, we don't. Well, do we? Here on this board... Oh, no, because this is here for like 2 turns in a row. Ah, butts. Okay. So it have to be like here on this board, here on this board. Wait. Here on this board, here on this board, here on this board. Actually, if we do this, then in 2 turns, well, I mean, then we basically lose on the spot. But if we could do that, hold on. If we go here, then we go to here on this board, yeah, and it's blocked off perfectly. Okay, so we don't have that like immediate travel idea of our own. This happens. No, this happens, right? Yeah, sure, whatever. We're not gonna overthink this, guys. Interesting line. Looks like it must be losing for black. I don't understand why capturing the queen is a bad idea. Spark Dragon, no worries. It looks really obvious here, so nobody's going to blame me for this. The reason that capturing the queen here is a bad idea is because that would free up the square that's in front of the bishop. And the bishop will travel all the way back to turn 1 onto this square here, onto f2, checking our king and getting a time travel onto the first board of the game, onto this square here. There's a strategy where there's a very strong strategy where the opponent can sort of take advantage of this and put us in a losing position. Yeah. So capturing the queen there, we don't want to do that turn actually. It's not exactly what we want to do. It's danger mouse. Queen takes knight was check, but that's not the best move. Oh, sorry. It was that turn. If we had taken it that turn, then the king would just recapture. The king would just recapture, and then the next turn the bishop would be able to travel because we couldn't recheck the king. That's what I meant. Where do we put this bishop? How do we take advantage of this? So it looks like it's losing for black, right? Maybe we do one of these. What do we do? Right. Oh, I think queen takes knight was best. Oh, for us. Yes. I understand what you're saying. Oh, queen takes knight makes a lot of sense. Oh, Graven, you're totally right. Queen takes knight was probably better here because then, yeah, he's going to have to open up. I think you're probably right. We could do queen takes knight now. Might be winning, right? Because the opponent, we threaten like immediate mate. I mean, the opponent could close it up, but then we've gotten our knight back. And we've got travels. I don't know. I think I'll need to see it because for me, it's just a queen and a bishop for a knight and a pawn in 2 different boards. We'll show you after the game, Spark Dragon. No worries. These are like the really obscure sort of 5D tactics that are really unintuitive from, you know, for someone who like hasn't spent a lot of time with the game. It's pretty ridiculous. Can he like close back up immediately? I guess maybe that's the issue. Because if takes, but then he can't really... Maybe we just recapture here. Seems... Maybe it just seems insane. What else does he do? I don't really know. Let's just do this. 5D is easy if you play people worse than you. Dom's here. How's it going, Dom? What's up, man? I might have like 3 hours of watching someone play and I'll never play firsthand. Lol, that looks too Chad. It's too late. We've already done it. We've already done it, man. Okay, so now what we've got to do is kick this pawn. The problem is how are we gonna ever defend f2? Lol, what happened? We just played the chattest moves. We don't give a fuck. Problem is how are we gonna defend f2 now? Because we need to push this pawn at the right time. Well, we're still probably fine. Right? So we just push this pawn at the right time, like a few turns from now. He's got to close this up. How many turns do we have before we do that, by the way? So white king is here on this square. He's got to close up here on this square his next turn, which he can't really do. So I don't know. We'll see. Didn't even go down, and Samet is at half. Yeah. You want to check in the past with your bishop, right? That's the idea now. That's why I sacked the queen, yeah. We'll see if it actually works. It's dubious at best. It's dubious at best. We want to set ourselves up to give our opponent some checks soon. And a knight here defends this square, which is good for us. Our opponent probably has some like queen travels here. Queen here doesn't actually block the mate in the past though. And we'll check it here and defend f7 at the same time. I would be pretty mauled if our opponent has like a travel with the queen to a board where the knight is defending here. That'd be pretty bad. He actually might do. I don't know, it's possible. It's possible. We'll see. Our opponent's calculating. This is a ridiculous move. I'm very aware that this is a ridiculous move, though. Let's see. Our opponent can't sack a piece to stay alive, and probably sacking a queen versus sacking a piece wasn't like worth it for us. So, but I mean, today we're just doing whatever the fuck we want, basically. Okay, so where does this queen go? Let's do this and then see where the queen goes. It does go to a square where it's got mate. Oh man. Okay. Well, that's what we were afraid of. I mean, probably I should have calculated that before playing the move, but well, at least now we have mate if we survive that attack. Let's see. We could Jurassic Rook. This mate defend. This knight defends, right? It's promising, maybe. Oh, actually, we can countersec because look at where the. I don't know what the best play is. This might actually genuinely be the best play. Can't believe this. I can't believe this. I mean, it makes sense because it dodges this. Yeah. I would still be able to do this actually in the past, right? Because, okay, so if it can't do this turn, it can just do it next turn. It's really frustrating. Tom said show just subscribed. Oh, Tom, thanks so much. Thanks for subscribing. I really appreciate it. Dom's been around for a good while. We like Dom. Thanks for the support, man. He's got access to the emotes, the fresh emotes. Okay, so now our opponent decides that he doesn't want to do that this turn because we We prepared the Jurassic Rook. When do we actually push our pawn so that we win? Not that it matters if our opponent's gonna go all the way back to that turn. Maybe we can go here next turn if it's not time to push this pawn yet to win. I'll have to think about it. First of all, there's an interesting move here. That's an interesting move. Oh. All the places that it could travel to. Well, okay, f7's not defended, so. But you can't travel to f7 one turn in the past. Okay, so actually this does happen. And now, oop, nope. Our opponent doesn't know what's going on. Average says, I'm very late. Read your plug and didn't even realize he'd still be streaming. Yeah, the stream goes pretty long on Saturdays, so we like to get our money's worth out of our Saturday. It's our only streaming day. This is hilarious. This I did not anticipate, and this will continue to be a problem for their. I mean, planned. Get shit on, kid. Easy money. You know, fucking wrecked. No, I mean, obviously I didn't plan that at all. It's a check right away. Yeah. But this is fine. This is like, it's like one of the cartoons Sumet over here playing 6D chess. Yeah, exactly. You need to pay my condolences. Wow, all of that's a check. And I think we get our mate before any of that happens, right? So that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Yeah. All according to Kikaku. TL note, Kikaku means plan. Ah, I see. Very nice. Dom spent $5 just to tell us moon for a sync later. We appreciate it, Dom. Thanks. The worst one of those was moo means moo. There's a weird wiki which has some articles on 5D chess. Is that true? What wiki? Just like Wikipedia? Question mark. There's like a whole meme universe. Wow. This sounds obscure. I'm into it. Where does this happen? Who does this? Show us some links. You can't just leave us. Whoa. I mean, I guess that's interesting. Unexpected. I'm at a bit of a loss. I don't even know. Now he can't push the pawn. I mean, he's got us. You got me there. What do? What do? Okay. I don't know what this is threatening though. Like, what does black actually want to do here? He continues to not block here. It's probably bad for him. Could I just do one of these? I mean, then we allow our opponent to pen, which we really don't want. What's the quickest way to maybe not getting wrecked? This pawn is a bit of a thorn in our side. Actually, never mind. Not worth. Where does this queen go? Here? Here? What's going on here? We probably want to kick this queen, right? Let's be real. Probably want to kick this queen and threaten this pawn. That's probably the move. I mean, yes, we're not defending this, but that's fine for reasons that we'll see in a moment. I think a group of friends created a wiki. Oh, 5G chess wiki. 5D chess with multiverse time travel is a psychological horror game. Can we try to put the competitive community on the Wikipedia page for 5D? We can try. What is this? The known players. What is this? Okay. All right. While our opponent considers his move, here's the fandom wiki page for 5D chess. Is 5D chess with multiverse time travel is a psychological horror game that's just normal chess, but also the past and alternate timelines are dimensions. And also, I think there are some new pieces. Couldn't have said it better myself. The dragon can only move across quadriagonals, so that's real news. The unicorn is a piece that can only move across triagonals. Well done. The brawn is like a pawn, but it can time travel. Sure. King, but he doesn't need to die. Royal queen is uncommon. Known players Donut Master 56. This is where... What? And this is... Okay. Is not a member of Hog, but I mean, he could be possibly. Yes, he's actually. This is a rabbit hole I'm not willing to go down. We're just gonna go back to the game. we're just gonna go back to the game, if that's okay with everybody else. Jesus Christ. Okay. Now, what the fuck is this game? What am I doing? What have I done? Why have I done this? These are the questions that we need to be asking. What? Okay. Maybe I just push this pawn here. Kick the queen. Yeah. Can't go here. Sure. Moon first. I don't know what we're doing. That's exactly what this position is supposed to be. What the fuck is this game? Oh, man. It's Sunday here, so I'll go to sleep. Good night, everybody. Good night, Spark Dragon. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for spending some time with us. I didn't see the start. Did Samet make a bad F7 queen sack? No. I made a very questionable defense against an F7 bishop sack. Okay, so the game started like this. Our opponent requested that we play e3 knight f3, which we obliged. Our opponent then did this. The idea, of course, was to open up the bishop travel. We then answered with this, our knight out here, so that we could move our knight in here. What we should have done here was actually take the knight with the queen. We didn't do that. Here we didn't take the queen, because if we had taken the queen, then the king would be able to recapture, and then the bishop would have a T0 time travel. Here I pushed this to prevent the queen from coming in and time traveling onto this square. What I really should have done, as Graven pointed out, is on this move, instead of pushing this pawn, just to capture the knight with the queen, because if takes back, then we get the queen back with check. And it's just a better position for us. But okay. And then it led to this clan fiesta that you see here before you today. Now we can get the other bishop into the mix, I guess. Actually, now we probably just take this pawn. But now opponent's probably got a time travel onto f2. This is just so stupid. This is so stupid. What am I doing with my life? This is so ridiculous. No, it was g4 queen sack. Yeah, it was g4 queen sack. Okay. Oh man. Yeah, we can open up the bishop to do something, or we can just take this pawn. If we take the pawn, then what time travels does our opponent have? Funnily enough, no good ones. So that's cool. We get this pawn out of here. But then they do prepare a sack that's not so pleasant for us. Should we probably push this pawn to survive? Maybe. I don't know. We really got to defend f2 eventually, but we're just going to take the pawn here. Oh, Jesus Christ. Not our greatest work this game. The next move we have to prevent some sort of sack from happening. Okay, here we go. Now here, hits here on this board, here on this board, here on this board. Hilariously, this is check, and we won the game. We're gonna take this straight to the bank. All planned. Got him, boys. You don't know about the classic give up your queen for no reason and then feign that you might have given your opponent like an F2 sack? You don't know about this one? Easiest game of my life. We totally didn't make like 18 blunders that somehow threw our opponent off sufficiently that we got handed. Our opponent pulled a cement. They put themselves in a position where they could have won in like 18 different ways. And all of the chaos, through all of that, blundered a mate that their opponent should have no business actually get. Like, this is peak. Now I know what it's like to be on this side of this game. What an experience. Neath P, my heart goes out to you. I don't think that anyone feels better right now what you're feeling than I do. No one can empathize with you in the same way, because this is my life. This is like every game of 5D chess I've ever played is basically this. Why doesn't taking the queen with the knight immediately not work? Okay, so average. Right here. This pawn push prepares in 2 moves, actually in 3 moves. This pawn push happens on turn 3. It prepares a turn 6 bishop travel. So if we put the knight here and then this happens, if we take this queen, then the king has time to recapture the queen, and this bishop will still get a T0 F2 mate, which we have a lot of difficulty defending against because it's like that many turns into the past. Next turn, we could have done literally anything else, but what we did here is takes here, and then the king just recaptured, so then the knight no longer existed. But we prevented the bishop travel. Then what we did is we saw, oh, we probably should have taken the queen here on this move instead of doing what we did. So why not just do it this next move? But that's not the way that it works. Now, it ended up working out. It shouldn't have worked out. We got rewarded for playing like absolute insanity. This is turn 0, right? Yeah. It's turn 0. That's why this bishop travel on turn 6 lands right onto F2 on turn 0. So that's what we're afraid of here in this position. And obviously black's got access to the first board, etc., etc. So I gotta look down this specific line now, but still it's such a hilarious line. It is. It's very similar to a line that I was looking at myself before. There are a few differences. Actually, this line's probably better if I'm honest with you. But it's still losing for black with correct play, I think here, I was crazy to do this move instead of taking this queen, because then I got the queen capture the next move, right? Like, if you recapture back, I've got capture with check. And then this structure, I think, is just much better for white. If you recapture, if you capture the knight with the king, then obviously we've got like a check here, and that basically wins the game. You know, there's like a lot that white can do here on this side of the board. So I don't think it's safe. I think that we've played it as insanely as possible. By the way, this line doesn't defend against trigonal queen travel. Yeah, you're right. It doesn't. But that's what I mentioned at the beginning. He prepares this, and then instead of doing like anything else after this move, we could play like the queen move out to here and then try this. But I think that black can deliver a check in time. Not a check in time, but like a check quick. Actually, it would be a check in time. Black can deliver this check when you have to do the... Oh, actually, there's no... You're right about the fact that there is no... Because E6 wasn't played next. Yeah. Andre, you're right. That's the difference between my line and this line, right? Probably you can just do the trigonal. Black can sack their knight, but then you're up a piece. And probably white can defend, right? Under a specific other set of moves. Do you want me to show you it? Does anybody play E3 Queen F3 in turn 0? Does anybody play E3 Queen F3 in turn 0? That's what Narik played against me. Both of his games as white. And in both of those games, I would say I probably got a winning position, which I blundered away really ridiculously. Yeah, he played that both of the games that he played as white. He played white twice. I don't think it's good. You just have to crucially not blunder the game in a one position. Second game it wasn't really one, but third game it was a one position. I can predict the incoming phrase, but I'm too lazy to think about it. There can be some other moves where queen can diagonally travel to f7. Yeah, I think so, right? Let's rep the win. We did put Elo on the line in this ridiculous line, volunteering to get trapped by our opponent.